good to have a...
Oh, look at the underhook here. Something's going to happen here. He's going to look for the advantage again and just flicks him off to the side. He picks up 2 points for that and 2 points for the turnover there. Flying into the lead here, just needs 3 points here.
We're only a minute and a half into this final. Usually finals are more cagey affairs. This one's been wide open.
Yeah, look at that 2-on-1 there, and now for the firemen. Well, he's going to hold on to the leg there, hoping that Anwar doesn't get the advantage, and now he's turned it. And he's trying to pin the shoulders here to finish it all off. And he goes up to the net there, and he takes him down, and he gets it. He gets the pin, and that was brilliant. Absolutely made that look easy.
The first goal for Canada at Birmingham 22 in the wrestling. And it goes to Ahmad Dizzy.
Well, Anwar never got off go, did he really? Because
to the first of our 3 semi-finals in the men's 200 metres. Hughes in 6 was by far and away the quickest qualifier. Yes, pushed by a tailwind, but there was something really special about his first 120. And watch for Brendan Rodney outside him in 7. There are only 2 guaranteed spots in the final, with 2 non-automatic qualification places across the 3 semis. Warren Hazel's on the outside for St Kitts. Made the semis 4 years ago over 400 metres. Semi-finalist at the World Youth and World Juniors, so watch for him. 21.17 in qualification. Alexander Nasir Taib of Malaysia, second in Heat 7. Could he get close to that PB of 20.77? He might need to, you know, to get in the shake-up, because he's going to have 2 very powerful men trying to track him down. Brendan Rodney, fresh from his bronze at the World Champs. De Grasse anchoring them home. The Olympic champion over 200 metres, not here, cutting his season short. And listen to the reception for Zarnell Hughes. Disqualified, having initially tied for first with Jareem Richards 4 years ago. He was accidentally adjudged to have nudged his opponent's arm. An opportunity for him to make amends. Sarjar Abbas came through really late to win his heat for Pakistan. Great win yesterday. He's the national record holder. I wonder whether he can continue that good run of form. Kyle Groh, what an experienced operator from Trinidad. 6th in the final 4 years ago. He's a former World Championship finalist in Doha as well. Hesborn Ochieng came through as one of the 6 non-automatic qualifiers. He has run 20.95 at altitude. Let's see how the 29-year-old goes this evening. He was 4th in Heat 5. On the inside, but in lane 2, because we're not using 1, Alaba Akintola, 3rd in his heat. He's a national champion from Nigeria, and he's in good shape this year. Maybe he could get in amongst the mix. Akintola goes on the inside in 2 for Nigeria. Ochieng Kenya in 3. Groh, Trinidad in 4. Abbas Pakistan 5. Zarnell Hughes of England in 6. Fastest qualifier. Rodney Canada, bronze medalist in the 4x1 just a couple of weeks ago at the Worlds. He's in 7. Nasir Taib of Malaysia in 8. And Hazel on the outside for St Kitts in 9. Top 2 going through. Watch for Hughes in 6. Rodney in 7. And Akintola, there he is, on the inside in 2. First of 3 semis in the men's 200 metres.
Set.
Zarnell Hughes got out like an absolute rocket in the heats, and he's going well here, just closing the gap slightly on Brendan Rodney. Watch for the Nigerian coming through on the inside, but this is great stuff from Hughes. Needs to keep his powder dry a little bit for the final. He's looking left, he's looking right and left. Watch the time here, 20.32. Rodney was in 2nd, and those 2 were by far and away the class of the field. Akintola looked like he might threaten for 3rd down the home straight, but he faded towards the end. 20.32, pushed by a 2.1 metre wind, but the manner in which he turned off the gas in the last 70 tells you there is so much more where that came from. Hughes is desperate for this title, and he's arrived in shape.
He's one of my most favourite athletes to watch when he's up in full flow. Zarnell Hughes, the English athlete. He's just so smooth. It's liquid gold. He's confirmed at 20.32 seconds. He was in total control. This is his title to win. As you say, Rob, he was desperately disappointed, thinking he won the title last time in 2018 and then got DQ'd. Athletes starting in the shade, little blast of sunshine on them, back into the shade. But look at this transition here from Hughes. It's so smooth. And you have to go through gears in a 200 meters. You have 4 or 5 parts to the race, and he's glancing to his right, glancing to his left. Rodney of Canada was safe in second, but was on a little bit more of the gas. The battle was for that third spot, which was won by Abbas of Pakistan. But that was very, very impressive from Zarnel Hughes. He's just got to keep it together, put it together one more time, and he's in with a shout for this title.
Tell you what I liked about that. He could easily have let his adrenaline run away with him. It's not that often that these world-class athletes get to perform in front of a crowd as vociferous and enthusiastic as this. And the smile across the finish line tells you he is ready to really go for this. So he's gone 20.30 in the heats and 20.32 in the semis. And I reckon this was even more impressive than he did in the heats.
We know the capability around the world of athletics, a 20.02 personal best back in 2015. It is due for revision, and it has been for a while now. He's just got to put everything together when it matters. But that was a good first semi-final from the English athlete.
It certainly was. Zarnel Hughes is safely through to the final. He's laid down a huge gauntlet here. He's desperate for this title again. Rodney second. Abbas will have to wait and see.
Aiming for potentially a top 2 spot, which would get them automatically into the final tomorrow evening. Kenyan interest, English interest. St. Lucia in there as well. Kadrian Goldson of Jamaica will start in lane number 9. The 24-year-old, 20.74 seconds at his best, just outside 21 seconds to qualify for this semi-final. Udodi Onwuzurike, 20.08 at his best. Again, just outside 21 seconds to make the semi-final stage. Dwight St. Hilaire of Trinidad and Tobago, the 9th fastest overall to qualify, 5th at the recent World Championships in a 4x400 meter relay. And let's listen to the roar. A huge reception. Adam Jamili of England goes in 6th in his 3rd Commonwealth Games. Asamba of Kenya will start in lane number 5. 4x100 African champion this year, 20.73 this season. SMA of Cameroon, the 2nd fastest qualifier, 20.44 seconds. African silver medalist over this distance this year. Lee Wants of St. Lucia, the 31-year-old, will start in lane number 3. Again, just outside 21 seconds in this Commonwealth season. And Darian Skerrit of Antigua and Barbuda will start on the inside line in lane number 2. The 21-year-old making his Commonwealth Games debut here in Birmingham. So the first 2 guaranteed a place in tomorrow's final. Impressive running in the first semi-final from Zarnel Hughes. The current qualifiers by time, there you see them. Abbas of Pakistan leading the way with his 3rd place finish at 20.89 seconds. Jamili in 6. SMA of Cameroon, the fastest qualifier for this semi-final in lane 4. So another clean start and a roar from the fans here in Birmingham. The Nigerian going well in lane number 8. Jamili for England moving nicely in 6. SMA from Cameroon going nicely in 4. Just the top 2 guaranteed a place in the final. And the Nigerian's going to get this one. England's Adam Jamili fades back to about 4th. And 20.59 seconds, just under the legal allowable limit in terms of wind. You're allowed plus 2.0, and it was a 1.9. There was 3 or 4 athletes, Tim, involved in that one when they were coming off the bend, but the speed endurance of the two that were really expected to qualify from that semi-final, pulled through in the end.
Yes, Onwuzurike of Nigeria. Very powerful, big fella, isn't he? And 2059, he's only a youngster. Gosh, has he got some development to come. He's 19 years old. Clearly capable of going below 20 seconds very soon, if not this season, then next season. A semi 100 finalist, we expected him to go well. Good running for him from lane 4. And Jamili, well, he's clearly not fully fit. There he is, fourth from left in the red and white of England. He is a sub-22nd man. 1997, he's done great things for Great Britain and in England vest as well over the years, but he faded over the last 20-30 metres, which used to be the strength of his running. Here he is in third place between the eventual first two. Onwuzurike on the outside there, rocking from side to side. Not the smoothest of sprinters, but my words, they cover the ground well. And Eseme, very comfortable there in lane 4. The rest of them quite some way back, Kath.
Yep, there's the photo finish. Onwuzurike, though, the 19-year-old, coached by his father. I presume his dad won, because the Nigerian won his semi-final here in Birmingham, 20.59 seconds. St Hilaire of Trinidad and Tobago was third at 20.95. Here's confirmation then of that result. The two big Qs for Nigeria and Cameroon. There's still Abbas of Pakistan with his 20.89 is leading the way. And St Hilaire, I don't think that's going to be good enough for
Madsenjwa. Jareem Richards of Trinidad and Tobago, the defending champion, goes in lane 5. Nyangao, Amoa Edwin and Ojeli of Nigeria out in lane 9. Well, there is Emmanuel Ifeanyi Ojeli, third in his heat in 21.12 with a following wind. He's a 20.7 performer at his absolute best. Carries the baton well for Nigeria in the long relay. Delan Edwin of St. Lucia, 21.19 in his heat yesterday. 20.66 is his lifetime best this year. In 7th, the Ghanaian Joseph Amoa, semi-finalist in the last Commonwealth Games, but he did win his heat here, 20.58, and that's a nice lane draw. Lane 7. Mike Makamba Nyangao goes in lane 6. Without his heat 4 years ago, but he has improved. He's a 20.38 performer at his best. Jareem Richards, well, went down in his heat back in 2014, but he's a much better runner now. Tokyo Olympic finalist, 6th in Eugene a couple of weeks back. And that's a lovely rain draw for the Trinidad and Tobago defending champion in 5. This is Subusiso Madsenjwa from Eswatini. Went down in his heat in Eugene, Oregon. Set a national record at the Tokyo Olympics of 20.22. Watch him. Ibrahim Bangura went down in the heat to the 100 here. 21-year-old. Hasn't got a 200 times to his name this year. Before his heat, 21.28. And Nadale Buntin of St. Kitts and Nevis, not far off his season's best in his heat with 21.22. So just a quick reminder, it is only the first two who go through by right, with two fastest or non-automatic qualifiers from these heats. 3 semi-finals, I should say, and at the moment 20.89 by Abbas of Pakistan is the quickest non-automatic qualifier, and Kyle Grove, Trinidad and Tobago, 20.91. So we can confirm that Adam Jamili will not make the final. Dwight Sanhilero, Trinidad and Tobago, likewise. But the defending champion, Jareem Richards, there he is in lane 5. Very similar in the way he runs to Zarnell Hughes. Long and lean and a beautiful mover. Watch him.
Set.
So where they go, good start from Jareem Richards in 5. He's already up on the man outside of Nyangao of Kenya. Also going well in 4 is Eswatini's Madsenjwa. But it is Jamaican, the Ghanaian rather, Joseph Amoa, semi-finalist 4 years ago, who gets a very comfortable second place. They're easing back behind the mighty impressive Jareem Richards. And he's happy with that, 20.40. Didn't have to overextend himself, not quite as quick as Zarnell Hughes' 20.32. But untroubled qualifying for the final. Final is tomorrow, and he looks very happy with that, as indeed, and rightly so, does Joseph Amoa. More of that. Well, his time, just waiting for that to be confirmed. In fact, 20:51 for Amoa, season's best for Matsenjwa in that third place.
And the athlete from Eswatini will be in the final, along with Abbas, who makes it through, just denying the fourth finishing Kenyan here, the other non-automatic spot. I'll tell you what, though, Jareem Richards looks exactly as smooth as Zarnell Hughes. Great running by Armoa. He's the world indoor champion over the 400 metres. He got a bronze in London 5 years ago over the 200. Hughes against Richards, just as it was on the Gold Coast when there was nothing to separate them and it ended up being a disqualification for Hughes. The rerun of the duel is to come.
It is exactly what I thought when Jareem Richards crossed the line and Tim called it. I thought, oh, here we go. Commonwealth final 200 metres part 2. Let's see what the lane draw comes through, of course, when that final is redrawn. I was keeping an eye on the Ghanaian on the top bend, was fleetingly very close to the inside of his line there. The athlete from Ghana, but has come through as being confirmed, and a super final to come.
It is. I wonder, Tim, do you think the fact that Richards is so good over the 400 might help him if it gets really tight between him and Hughes just in the final towards the closing stages? Watching Armoa there just to make sure the left foot doesn't go on the line.
Yes, Amoa there in the yellow out in lane 7, and let's hope he doesn't get disqualified.
Yeah,
he
doesn't
do anything wrong. It was well, we're waiting for that decision, but we think he's okay at the moment. Confirm the result of that third semi-final for you. It is official. Jareem Richards 2040 for Joseph Paul Amoa, 20:51 for Ghana, and Eswatini Sibusiso Matsenjwa, brilliant, through to the final, the Commonwealth final.
Oh, what a duel to come. Hughes and Richards have been...
All the referees, the pair of them spotted that, and so Mohamed Inam concedes.
Well, that's the exact reason why he's been defensive. He knew that as soon as he starts to open up there,
Scored or not, that doesn't wipe it off. It's not like a power play in ice hockey, for example. So that's 2 points for Deepak Punia.
Well, he's getting really good action-reaction, Deepak Punia. He's just slightly the strongest of the two, and it means that when he's leaning on Inam really reacting to it, and that's what's costing him at the moment. And I think it's just a matter of time before we see a pass around the back there.
Inam will be looking to get to the break, just 2 points down.
Wow, we haven't seen that many matches.
So they're in the lead on the score, on the metaphorical scoreboard, and on the literal scoreboard, India also 2-0 to the good.
Look at him, he's really trying to push back, Inam.
Trying to use the legs there, Deepak Punia.
Well, every time he chases, and he's going to chase now, he's going to look for bigger points here. He's not happy with that 2 points. Then there was a reaction there, and something's now. His head's down. Foot got caught on the edge.
As you say, he had a quick look at the scoreboard. I wouldn't take my eye off Deepak Punia if I were on the mat with him. Not for 1 second. You've got your coaches there. Your coaches can shout out how long it's to go. And the answer to that question is 100 seconds.
Got the underhook there, looking for the throw. Punier. 1.5 minutes to go, and it's up to Inam to come forwards. He hasn't forwards once, it's always been Punier pushing.
Three 0 to Punya, but Inam not out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
This is a totally different wrestling match, isn't it, than the one we just saw there for bronze. It's a little bit more closed. So waiting for the attack from Inam, and then he's going to take advantage of it.
20 seconds to go. Inam throws caution to the wind.
And that's it, he takes advantage of it. So he just dropped down there, and he's going to go on top there, just holding there. 6 seconds left, and the Indian contingent in the crowd are going absolutely crazy. It's all over.
And you can hear from the crowd that it is Deepak Punya who has taken gold in the men's 86-kilo category. 3 points to 0. He kept the reigning champion off the scoreboard. And in the India-Pakistan derby, it's India that comes out on top.
Totally different match than the other one we saw, but it just goes to show that sometimes it is about winning the match. Not so much how you do it, but doing it in a tactical, more tactical way. Point. 3 points to 0. Deepak Punier is the champion.
3 points to 0 and 3 gold medals out of 4 for India so far today. He's found an Indian flag. I wonder where he got that from.
And then another one shortly after that. Drew blood. He seemed to be very out of sorts, but he's back, come back through the repechage, and here he is looking for a bronze.
Yeah, it can be disconcerting. Get a little bit of a bang on the head, and they've let him carry on, so it can't be that bad. But well, probably one of the ears as well. They're covering one of his ears up there, and that can make a difference to your balance as well, which is strange. I don't know if you've ever had an earache, but it does upset your equilibrium, and it can make a difference. But he's going to come out here now. He's not worried about his ear, he's just worried about the match.
And if the referee's telling him off for being too passive, he can always cop the deaf ear that's been wrapped up and say, sorry ref, I
don't think it's going to work. I just don't think so.
Not at this level.
They come around the back of the neck, and I was asking one of the Scottish wrestlers, I said, you know, what main intention for pulling, because we don't do it in judo, we use the jacket, but they just literally take the hand around the back of the neck there to pull it down. They want you to pull backwards, action, reaction, then they get an opportunity then to dive through for the legs.
Opening two-pointer for Connolly, no, not given. It was more of a stumble than a throw. Warning for Ullah for a bit of passivity.
Well, and that's going to be a point. So a point there for Ullah. Just forces him out of that red area.
Yes, the wrestlers have got 12 metres in diameter to play with. The orange there is there as a warning to them. Right, now Connolly has had a second warning, and that means that he's on the 30-second shot clock. He has 30 seconds in which to score, otherwise Ullah will double his lead. Give him an extra penalty point.
That was a really low attempt to catch the single leg there. That's going to be another point there. It does backfire on you sometimes. You pile the pressure on, trying to get your opponent to go towards the edge, and if they turn it, then your momentum takes you out the edge. And I saw it 3 times this morning, and 3 points given away.
Well, the point has gone the way of Inyatullah, so he doubles his lead. 45 seconds to go in the opening of the 2 rounds.
Late 2 points and straight there with the advantage. Now look at the legs, and he'll start the roll here, and the referee will let it carry on as long as the game is in play. Remember, it's got to be a clear 10 points, so it will carry on through the time period if it's not a clear 10 points.
Fool's gold playing in the background, but it's bronze that these two are going for, and it's Inyatullah who currently has one hand on that bronze medal halfway through the bout, and he's almost halfway there.
And we haven't seen that much either. Attempted a forward throw there and manages to then go around the back. And that reversal there, perfectly done. And he's looking for more points here. He's going to go again. He wants to create a little bit of momentum here. So notice how Connolly keeps coming up to defend. Can't come up too much, otherwise he'll roll a lot easier. The more of a ball you are, the easier you are to roll.
Well, Connolly came at Inyatullah. Inyatullah saw it coming, turned defence into attack, and managed 2 takedowns. The original and then the rollover afterwards, and now he's just 2 points away from a bronze medal. This is the awkward position now for Connolly. He has to attack, but if he concedes so much as one more takedown, he's lost it.
I think that's it. It's all over. He's already done it there. Inyatullah then with a great performance there, 10 clear points, and that was superb stuff from him. It really was. So that double leg there at the end just drove Connolly onto his side, and then of course he gains the advantage then, and 2 points finish it all off.
Inyatullah showing that it's not just India that can win medals from the subcontinent, and indeed we've now had Sri Lanka, India and Pakistan all winning medals